We're going to the training ground now. We'll practice our flying skills.
These are the words with which our acquaintance with Ilya begins. He is 22 years old. He's been in the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine since he was 18. Born in a town on the border with Romania in the Chernivtsi region, he was always interested in working as a border guard. His first military contract, signed for 3 years, expired at the time of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Now Ilya is servicing in Donetsk Region, working as a drone operator in Bakhmut.
We work near Kurdyumivka and Ozryanivka settlements. The enemy had entrenched very strongly there. They hide mostly in the houses, in basements. We track where they go, where they hide, look for dugouts and find out how exactly they work. And when we see that the enemy is following a trench or a pass in Ozryanivka or Kurdyumivka, we give the coordinates to hit the target. Our guys from Armed Forces of Ukraine watch the live broadcast and hit the enemy in the same way.
Aerial reconnaissance on the front line is one of the main goals of the Russian occupiers.
I was flying with my colleague. We were changing batteries on the drone. And when we were already running back into the trench, we heard the whistle of a mine and realized that it was flying in our direction. We had literally a couple of seconds to hide in the trench. Thank God it all turned out well.
To effectively strike Russian positions, Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance needs to be on the front line.
We are traveling to the front line because of the electromagnetic warfare, which is jamming our drones and landing them. We're forced to go out as close to the positions as possible because of this, to be able to fly behind enemy rear to see more.
Ilya's fellow Alexander is his age mate. He was also born in the town on the border with Romania and Moldova. They have never met before, but here they came teammates in aerial reconnaissance. This is how they see the consequences of Russian aggression on the temporarily occupied territories from the height.
The settlements are destroyed, the houses too. I haven't seen a single living house here. Everything is ruined, everything is in trenches. Basically, there is nothing left. Only basements where Russians hide, and nothing else. We're just doing a fly around now. It's a windy weather, so it's a little more difficult to fly. Frankly, it does not affect combat missions. We fly in despite the wind. It's just much harder to do. Doesn't it blow away the drone? It does, but you counteract the wind and basically keep it in place.
Alexander shows video footage of his work. There is a moment when, thanks to the aerial reconnaissance of their unit, the artillery managed to hit the enemy positions.
We identified an enemy who was coming down the street in Ozryanivka with a backpack. At that moment, our friendly unit made a correction. They fired 3 shots and hit him. They did not kill him, but he got him 3 times, so he ran into the house on adrenaline.
A Ukrainian-made anti-drone gun is helping to counter the Russian military's aerial reconnaissance, which is also constantly monitoring the positions of Ukrainian defenders.
When we see an enemy drone, our goal is to land it. When you locate it, you need to hold on his level and you can see that the drone begins to land. When it starts to land, we also accompany it until it loses contact with the remote control and until it finally falls down. We have our anti-drone guns in our positions, so when we know that the enemy drones are working, we don't fly because we can get under our own fire. The guys warn us that they are turning on the anti-drone gun, and it's better not to fly.
On the south of Bakhmut, the defense forces of Ukraine continue to liberate the territories occupied by Russian troops. According to the head of the press service of the Eastern Group of Troops, Ilya Yevlash, the situation is steadily tense. The enemy is trying to regain lost positions in the area of Klishchiivka and Andriivka, but they have no success. Reported by Roman Smoler, Anastasia Volkova, Artem Voronin, UATV News.